Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights, and I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights.
My immediate reaction to that is to say, how dare anyone call any of these people garbage? How dare you, sir? They just disagree on economics. They're not terrible. They're not deploying Sweetheart as an attack and a threat, and what her weight has to do with any of this is ridiculous. And all of that is just the disgusting frosting on top of a cake of, no, there are no legal challenges to president. He's our God emperor. The Supreme Court was pretty clear. Did they stutter? If you investigate the rich and wealthy and well-connected, it is you who will go to jail. And I call that populism. I think that's the fundamental nature of Trump's anti-elite appeal, that the people with the most in society will be immune from any consequences for their actions. But anyway, that guy could well be attorney general, so what he thinks shouldn't matter, but likely will. And he's also been tweeting things like, here's my current mood. I want to drag their dead political bodies through the streets, burn them and throw them off the wall. And then he pretends that he doesn't mean that literally or whatever. And there's a whole lot of other stuff about, no unity. We're going to line everybody up, put them against walls and shoot them or whatever. And hell, he might be the top lawyer in America. Brett, what do you think?
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
This is like the thing where I'm like, I have a aunt who's a Jew for Jesus and is all holier than thou right now about like Trump being awesome and a savior. And it's like, and there's people who are like, oh, he's funny. This will be funny and this will be fun. And I just want to watch the world burn. It's like, but like they also simultaneously told you that they're going to end specific things that make America dope. And like, this guy is saying, we're not going to mess up this go around, sweetheart. It's like, I'm not like anti-freedom speech. I'm like, this guy's a tool. But sadly, the problem with like the Republicans is they're arming tools and they're like weaponizing being a tool. Now all these freaking tiny penis douchebags are going to be in major positions of power being like, the reason we got voted out last time, but the reason we're not in power is because we just left because for some reason people do that in America and that's stupid. So I'm asking all the Trump people that I know, be like, at least if it comes down to that, can you be vocal? Because he's lying about like voter fraud and he's obviously a criminal and he's done all these horrible things.
Yeah.
Like, you got to at least stand up at that point, right? And I don't know what the answer is going to be. Hopefully
I will say
the opium wears off or whatever they've got going.
We're going to be covering a lot of stories like this. It's all terrible. And this is exactly what we said when we said that they were fascists. This is the sort of stuff they were talking about. But it's also, I think it has in it the seeds of why they will fail and why they will lose. In the same way that I'm trying to correct people on our side of the aisle who are learning the wrong lessons from the election, they're learning the wrong lessons from the election. They think that people like all of this nonsensical, violent, racist, misogynistic BS, and some do. Not enough to win a national election. It just isn't. Yeah. People booted Trump out of the White House in 2020 because they don't actually like what he does when he's in power, and they don't like the people he surrounds himself with. And he's about to surround himself with way worse people than he did the first time around. And so they're having fun, they're chuckling up, they're doing their little smirks or whatever. Yeah, this is why people are going to reject you.